Hello, it's Nova. This is the third installment of my fall deck series. In the first video, I showed you 15 cozy fall decks. In the second video, I had 23 witchy fall decks. In this video, I am featuring 25 dark decks. And after this, I will have 2 more videos coming, one on spooky decks and another one on shadow work decks. Let's start with this one, because this one is interesting. I mean, all of them are very interesting, but this one is a Russian version of the Darkness of Light Tarot. And as you see, it is a bit different. So first of all, it has Russian titling. Here it says Verkhovnaya Jritsa, means the high priestess. I can read and write Russian. I can speak Russian a little bit. I have not spoken Russian for a long time. Anyways, it's not about that. So this gorgeous deck is an indie deck. The majors are darker than the minors, but the minors are also quite dark. And my version has the borders in white. The English version of it has the borders in black, I think, or gray, dark gray. I think also the backs are black or dark gray. I don't know. I don't remember. But this is a legit version. It was published in Ukraine. I have checked it. I bought this deck secondhand. But the person who sold me this deck gave me the website address and everything, and I checked it. It's not a counterfeit copy. Look how gorgeous this deck is. This deck reads so well. I have put it in order because I did a side-by-side comparison between this one and another RWS clone. This is an RWS clone, as you see. The side-by-side was between this one and Superlunaris. I will put a link to that video in the description box. I have quite a lot of side-by-side videos. So I don't want to show you all the cards because I have many decks. As I mentioned, 25 decks I have to show you. I do not remember also the name of the creator. I will put that also in the description box because this deck comes in this talk box without any name. That's why I thought this is a counterfeit, but it's not. So, okay. Next one is the Unified Esoteric Tarot. This is a very rare deck. There was only 70 copies published of this deck, and I bought it off of Etsy a few years ago. So this one is created by tarotator.com. And when I say dark, I mean dark in color. This is actually a very important disclaimer. This video is not about decks with dark vibes necessarily. I mean, some of them also have dark vibes, but I'm showing you my dark decks, like dark in color. So not energetically dark vibes, but the colors are dark. And that also causes me to choose them in the fall. I think a lot of us are like that, right? Just darker decks don't match the summer energy or spring energy. Even from mid-winter, for some reason, I cannot pick dark decks anymore. I am, though, very seasonal with my decks. Anyways, as you see, there is a lot of esoteric information. A lot on each card. And it's a really cool deck for studying, for trying something else, for pairing with many other decks. This deck, of course, pairs really well. So this was the second deck. The third deck is Mysteries of Black Madonna Tarot by Hethiane Gobler. The book is upstairs in my bookcase. My library is upstairs. I have a huge library. Okay, so this one, probably you have seen this one. The Mysteries of the Black Madonna Tarot deck by Hethiane Grobler. I have edged this deck myself. It doesn't come edged. I've edged it in this gorgeous, dark, moody green. So, look at this. You have probably seen it before. For me, it's a fall deck and winter. I use this up to mid-February, maximum end of Feb, if it's still very dark. But even if the days are dark, the energy is not dark anymore from Imbolc onward, right? Look at this gorgeous deck. What a creation. It's difficult to read with. You need to, I need to use the guidebook. The Keeper of Sky you have here. I have not done a lot of readings with this deck, to be honest. The Great Rose is the Judgment card. The guidebook is written very well. I just love this art. And this was my third dark deck. The fourth one, Monolog Oracle Cards, a 44 card deck and guidebook by Yasmin Bolland. Artwork by Nix Rowan. Published by Hay House a few years ago. And I have worked with this deck because it pairs really well and it has divinatory quality to it. I've done the edging myself. So you have different moon phases. The guidebook is amazing. It's easy to work with. It pairs well with so many different decks. Here you have the full moon in Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. New moon. A new start is coming. So you have different moon phases and even eclipses, like new moon eclipse. You have the eclipse in different phases of the moon. And then you have moon in different zodiac signs. The cardstock is matte and quite thick. Not too thick, but this is a good cardstock. It's different than most of Hay House cardstock. Like, it's thicker than most of them. I love this deck. It's so good. And it's really dark, as you see. All the cards are dark, like almost all of them. Even this one. And the guidebook is good. I have used the guidebook. I have almost always used the guidebook. Because you get quite a lot. Next one is the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. So this is a night deck, and all these white dots are supposed to be the stars, but they look like a snowy night sky to me and to a lot of people. Not only me, probably to you too, right? This is a goddess deck without mentioning any goddess names specifically. These are just goddesses. It is actually a very versatile tarot, and the guidebook is written very well. I really enjoyed the guidebook. I have only used it with the guidebook, and I've used it in different types of readings. But although this is standard tarot size, there is still really good altar cards. I mean, if they were bigger, of course, they would be better. As an altar card, it would be better. But even with this size, if you have this deck, try it. Pull a card and put it on your altar. They're perfect. especially if you light a candle in front of it, so you get the candle light on it, and then you read the message and you keep it there for a week. Like that's actually how I'm doing it whenever I use it. But I've used it in readings as well. Such a lovely deck. I've aged it myself. Okay, so this one was created and designed by Lindsay Silverman, and my copy is a mass market copy, but there is also a indie version of this deck. Next one, Phantom Wise Tarot. So this deck was based on a book which I have not read, and this is the guidebook. So you get this much per card, very little. But I do like these type of short and sweet guidebooks. These are the cards. The cards are in a very specific cardstock. These are the backs. I've edged it myself. So the cardstock on this deck is like a plasticky linen. They're not completely plastic, but they're more to the plastic side. I'm quite sure there is some plastic in the cardstock, which makes it more durable. I have no problem with it. I like these cards very much. They shuffle really well. I like the color palette because it's not only black and white. You have all different shades of gray and cream. And this is one of those decks that, although it is monochromic and black and white, it's not cold at all. I mean, you could see the cold months in it as weather. I don't mean cold as weather. I mean cold as energy, as the vibes. It doesn't have a cold energy. It actually has a warmer type of energy. I like how this deck reads. It's like my dreams. This is supposed to be a circus, but to me, it is very similar to my dreams. I have dreams like this. I mean, I have all types of dreams, but some of them are like this. Like this could be a scene from my dream. This one also. Let me shuffle it. It is actually too hard to riffle shuffle. Really hard to riffle shuffle. But I really like overhand shuffling this deck because you hear this swishing sound and it just works very well. Ace of Swords. New idea. I see this as a new idea for you. Okay, next. Dreamtime reading cards. Connect with the Ancient Spirit and Nature of Australia by Laura Bowen. Published by Rockpool. And this deck has been out for many years. This is actually Rockpool's previous type of box and card set. They don't do this anymore, as far as I know. So the cards are huge. Let me see if this cardstock is bigger than their recent cardstock. Let's check. Definitely. See? This is their recent cardstock. So this deck has only 36 cards. I have edged it myself. These are the backs. So this is Aboriginal art and concepts. This is one of those underrated decks. Really underrated. Because this deck does so many things. It teaches you about the Aboriginal concepts, first of all. Second, it pairs well with absolutely everything. There is nothing you cannot pair with this deck. The guidebook is incredible. The keywords are awesome. You have a title, which is Night Sky, and then you have a keyword, which is Soul Journey. It makes so much sense. It's refreshing. Here you have Dragonfly, and the keyword is clarity. And reading a guidebook opens up a whole new thing for you. That's so good. If you like Aboriginal art, I really like Aboriginal art. I have been to Australia exactly 20 years ago, and I was flabbergasted. I remember I fell in love with everything Aboriginal. It's such a rich culture. Beautiful Australia. I love Australia. Should go back one day. So let me show you the guidebook as well quickly. This is how the guidebook is. I think this deck is still in print. I've seen it on Amazon, and it has another sister deck too. This one is Dreamtime reading cards, and the other one is Salt Water, I think. I don't have that one. And next, I have other dark decks. I have many dark decks in my channel, but if they went into other categories, I kept them for the other categories. Like this one is dark, but because it is very witchy, I featured it in my witchy fall decks. And this one is also very dark, but because it is spooky, I kept it for my spooky fall decks. So now I'm showing you 25 decks. If I had not done this, I would end up with 100 decks probably, because I am very much into dark decks. Many of us are, right? So Terra Volatile. Okay, guys, I have not worked with this deck yet. These are the backs. I wanted to edge them. This deck is so precious that I have not edged it yet. I'm afraid I will ruin it, although I'm a pro. I have not read with it, so I cannot tell you from my experience, but I heard what my favorite tarot tubers say about this deck. And I love the artwork. It is moody. It's very artistic and quite dark. This one has a dark vibe for me. Not only the colors, the color palette is mostly dark. Some cards are darker, some cards are a little bit lighter, but the overall feel and vibe of this deck is a vibe, at least to me. Sometimes I just go through it and look at these cards, but I do feel confident to read with it. I still didn't get the right occasion. Like, I need an occasion for this deck. I don't know. It's just very special. It's very special to me. This is an indie deck, by the way, and it has one extra suit. So it has 5 suits. And the last suit is the suit of, guys, gosh, I forgot. But it's an alchemical suit. So the last suit is alchemy, basically. What's the last suit? The suit of vessels, I think. Yeah, the suit of vessels. So this one I have not read with yet, but I know it's a good one. I mean, come on, look at it. And the cardstock is also really good. By Cedo Quia Absurdium. And the website is quiabsurdium.com. It's published in Portugal. Another stunning dark deck is Tarot Sweet Listage Drogi, if I pronounced it correctly, I'm not sure. This is a Polish tarot deck, and it means Radiant Path. Tarot of the Radiant Path. So let's take a look at this one. This deck is only available on where did I get it from even? I bought it secondhand. I think it is out of print. I'm quite sure it's easy to find in Europe though. Just look at it. I get really good readings out of this deck because it is intuitive, and not only it's dark and moody, it's also very ghostly. Like you see humans as spirits. I have used it for ancestor work readings and also shadow work, dream work, inspirational readings. Like I have a few, look at this Queen of Cups. I have a few spreads for getting inspired. Also for creativity, like look at this Nine of Wands. It's really good. Like each card has a beautiful story. This one is Two of Wands. And it's not RWS, like it's not following RWS. Basically, this is the Devil. You can meditate on each card as well. This deck is highly underrated. Although it is not mass market, maybe it is mass market in Poland. But for an unusual deck, I mean, there are so many unusual decks that are very popular. But this one is not that popular, and it's a shame because it's really cool. And let me show you Sacred Nature Oracle by Holly Wilmeth. This one was published by Beyond Words Publishing recently. This used to be an indie deck. And then it got picked up by Beyond Words, which is a mass market publisher. It has 62 cards, right? What did it say? Yeah, it has 62 cards. Look at these backs. I still have to edge it, I think in gold. This deck is in black and white and all shades of gray, but it's not completely black and white. Like you get the flowers in color here. So you have the names of the plant, and then you have a keyword for it and an image of the plant, and you have these stunning photographs. Like you have humans posed for these photographs, and they're very artistic. And this is one of those decks that is so much better in real life than in the camera. Like I'm looking at it right now in the camera. It's nothing like what I see here in front of me. I think because it's monochrome, but it's really good. It doesn't have necessarily dark vibes, but it is a dark deck because of its color palette. It's just dark. Although this deck is about healing. I'm not going to show you guys all the cards because I have too many decks in here. But the guidebook is really good too. You get 2 full pages for each card. And it assists you basically with your healing process. It's like going into nature. It's for people who don't have access to nature on a daily basis. So it says in the guidebook that instead you can use this deck. Okay, next one is the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. I have trimmed my version, and ever since I trimmed my version, I've been fantasizing about the original version with the orange borders, because it comes with these orange borders. I do like mine very much now, but I miss the orange borders too. So these are the backs. This one is a really good one. This is 8 of coins. And this is 2 of batons. And yeah, it is, as you see, very dark. Again, this is one of the most intuitive decks. Like, it fires up your intuition. It's such a good deck. There is an English version as well that you can buy. It is mass market. It's published by Editions Contre Dyers. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one either. Here's the name of the publisher. But maybe there are other publishers that have published this deck too, because my version is in French. Probably the English version is published by another publisher. Nevertheless, look how cool this deck is. This is the Hierophant. You would think it's the Hermit. And this is King of Batons, King of Wands. Valet of Wands, or Page. I always use this deck in the fall. Only. It's also because of the orange. Not only because it's dark and it has an overall shadowy energy, but because of the orange. I really like this deck, and this deck is very popular. A lot of people love it. It reads really well. Next one that I want to show you is Antiquities of Magic Oracle. I should have shown you guys this one in my Witchy decks, but I forgot. So this one was created by Gillian C. Wilde. Look at these backs. This black gilding. So this is an indie deck. It was published, I think, 4 years ago. And I experienced this deck as dark. It always comes out in fall, but I never use it in other seasons. And these are all the symbols and elements on Rider-Waite-Smith, which are used in this deck as symbols. With a keyword, so you have lantern for illumination, grape for blessings, and you can use this gorgeous oracle deck in so many different ways. You can use it as a clarifier, and it helps you memorize these keywords for these objects. So whenever you see them in RWS or any other tarot deck, these keywords will pop up in your mind. And it has such a good cardstock. And it has this little guidebook, which is really nice actually. It's very little. Another one that I should have shown you guys in my Witchy video is this one. This one is Making Magic Oracle, Manifesting Your Dreams, created by Priestess Moon, published by Rockwool Publishing. So this is a little sigil deck. So you have the sigil, you have the keyword for it, and then you have a phrase which describes the sigil. Here you have sun. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. So this one is a sigil and a symbol. But most of them are only sigils, like insight. Opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. Perseverance. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. Little luxuries. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. I like the look of this deck and the fact that it is so little. I like its box. It just pairs so well with so many different other styles of decks and artwork. And the next one is Astro Cards, 43 astrological oracle cards with the guidebook. And this one was published by Konigsford Urania. It was created by Tanya Brock. So I have the German edition, but there is an English edition of this gorgeous deck, and I have done the edgings. These are the backs. So this is another mass market deck. Mars, Mundo, Moon, Gefühle and Unterbewusstsein, feelings and subconscious. So you have the Sun, Venus. So you have the planets, you have the houses, you have the zodiac signs, and you have an image for the concept. And this way, look how gorgeous they are. I just really like the look of these cards. They pair very well again with so many different art styles. I wish this was a mini deck, but it's designed beautifully. It's really cool. And the guidebook is also very well written. It is in color. I haven't used it for a while actually. I'm going to put it on my desk. And another very dark deck is this one, Fallen Angel Oracle Cards by Nigel Suckling, and it was published by Sicko Books, right? Is it Sicko Books or Chico Books? I never know. Nevertheless, look at these cards. The guidebook, and you get spreads. You get the explanation about some dark stuff like Solomon's seal. And a spread for Solomon's seal. 7-card pyramid. And then you get only this much explanation per card. But it's interesting, and I think it's enough. Because these cards have really cool keywords. They have really cool images. I think they're just very clever. So I have done the edging again. Look at these backs. So here you have all the fallen angels, which are basically demons. These are the demons from Solomon's book. These are all the demons that are mentioned in Solomon's book, the ones who helped him build his castle. And the keywords are cool. The keyword like this one, exhaustion, honesty, mystery, danger, deception, enlightenment, confusion, danger, turmoil, settlement, empathy, change, travel. And as you see, very well balanced, rebirth and renewal, and take advice and harmony. You have very well balanced set of keywords, and it has 72 cards. Okay. I used to do readings with this deck alone, and I really liked the outcome, but I always used the spreads in the guidebook. Another stunning tarot that has very dark vibes is Tarot Noir. It's a Marseille deck, a French Marseille deck, and these cards are huge. Luckily I have large hands. It does have a guidebook, but it's mostly images, like you get really large image and then this much explanation in front of it. I love the design of these cards. So these are the backs. Look for yourself. Although there is a lot of white space, it is actually not white. It is yellower than what you see in the camera. I don't know why my camera is not showing the exact color, but that's really difficult to manage, to get the exact color of the art in the camera, but they are yellower than what you see. They are yellowish cream. It's just very dark. I experience it as a dark deck. Very gorgeous though, as you see. It's so much fun. I've seen some people have trimmed the borders. That one also looks good, but I also like this one. I don't know. They will become smaller and easier to handle, and also that way I don't have to deal with this gold gilding anymore, although it's not that bad, but also it's not that great. Published by Edition Vega. I have seen this publisher before as well. I think I have a few decks from them. Creator is Matthew Hackeri. I apologize if I pronounced it incorrectly. This is their name. And Justin Ternell. These are the creators. They've done a beautiful job. And this is mass market. Another stunning dark deck is this one. African Goddess Rising Oracle by Abiola Abrams. I have this deck for many years. I have used it so many times. I love everything about this deck. This is Abiola Abrams. Look how gorgeous she is. So she is the writer, and then Destiny Powell is the illustrator. The guidebook is good. The cards are gorgeous. These are the backs. I've edged it myself. Absolutely love this deck. I really like African Pantheon. I mean, I am in general very much into deity decks and deity work, all of that good stuff. But African Pantheon also really looks good. It's always colorful and edgy and intriguing. Right? Look at these cards. So this was published by Hay House a few years back. And it reads so well. I'm so glad I have this deck. I think there is a mini deck out there now. I think I've seen it on Amazon. Don't quote me on that, but you can check it out. Also the guidebook, by the way, this little guidebook is really good. Like, it gives you a little bit, just short and sweet information about this deity, but also embodiment, and it explains the tempo, the element, the declaration. Like here, Aunt Nancy, goddess declaration is, I am willing to know the truth. There is a shadow guidance, embodiment. Just short and sweet and interesting. Love it. Okay, Doors of Somlipith. Recently, I have shown this deck a few times in my channel. So, I really adore this deck. I received it from Schiffer last year for the purpose of review, and I did a review on it, which I will link in the description box, because in that video I have gone in depth about this captivating, not really oracle deck, this is a system. And because I have shown this deck a few times recently in my channel, I'm not going to talk about it a lot. If if you're interested, go to my description box and click on the link and you will watch a whole video about it, because this is very interesting. Like, this deck is incredible. Created by Anna Cortez, illustrated by her father CJ Freeman. The Doors of Somlipith, a new dimension of card reading. And look at this guidebook. This father and daughter created a whole system that I believe in the future will be properly discovered. This is something else, and it's really cool. Like, it looks really cool as well. Look at these. Amazing. Okay, another dark deck. So keep in mind, guys, that dark doesn't mean dark natured and dark vibes. It means dark looks in this video, right? That's where we're going. Dirt gems. I have the mass market edition and I am flabbergasted by the quality of this production. So this was by RP Studio, created by Anne-Louise Burdett and illustrated by Chelsea Granger. What can I say about this one? First of all, it has how many cards? Many cards. 65 cards. Quality, unbelievable. Gilding, I mean, look at this gilding. Wow. It's a very matte, subtle, warm gold. So these are the backs. The cards are matte. The guidebook is amazing. Not only looks great, but also it's written in such a poetic way. So this is a healing deck basically. And you have different suits of plants. It's a whole thing. The guidebook is a whole thing. Like, if you're interested, you can watch some videos about it. I don't have any exclusive video on this one, but I'm sure there are many, because this deck was first indie and it was already very popular. I always wanted to get it, but it was like 80 something euros, and I always thought, oh, I still wanted to get it, and then one day I heard it's going mass market, so I was like, yay. I don't have a problem with buying indie decks, and I have many indie decks, but when you have so many decks, you just don't easily go and press the buy button. You don't do that easily anymore. The cardstock is so good, it's unbelievable. And this one is also dirt cheap right now. Like, I bought it the moment it was released, so I bought it quite expensive. It was like 36 euros, but nowadays it's like $20 on Amazon. So you have different suits. Very interesting. You don't have keywords on this deck, but it's fine. It's so gorgeous that I'm fine with it. You do have the name of the plant, and then you can go to the gorgeous guidebook and look it up. And as you see, it's a box in a box. It's the whole thing. I think I'm also gonna put this one on my desk. Another stunning dark deck is the Orions Animal Tarot by MB Sun, published by Rockpool a few years ago. This deck was also indie first, and Rockpool did a great job on this one. So much research has gone into creating the guidebook of this gorgeous deck. So the imagery is dark, but the energy of this deck is not dark at all. It's just stunning. It's just beautiful. So here you have Justice and Nine of Pentacles. And in the guidebook, it explains which animal, critters you have in the deck, why they were chosen, what is their energy, why are they chosen for the archetype, what is happening in the card, what they're doing. Also, in the beginning of the guidebook, in the introduction part of the guidebook, Ambi-san explains about these animals separately. They explain it in the card meanings. Also, separately, some more stuff, which is all very interesting. Like, you learn about these animals. It is done with so much thought, and it's done very cleverly. Here's the guidebook. So here you have these spreads, and then major arcana. Okay, this is how it's done. Like, animals of wands. First, they explain about each animal here, as you see. And then, in the card meanings, they also explain a little bit more about the nature of the animal itself. And also why they were chosen for this card and what is happening in the card. So for each suit, they explain first about the animal. It's just really nice. It makes sense. And I love animal decks. I read very well with animal decks. I love animals. It just works for me. Kazanlar Tarot by Aminullah Emil Kazanlar. And this one is now sold on Dr. Kazanlar's family's website in Hungary. Look at this deck. So this is Persian Minature, which I am so much in love with. And I have a deck, I've created a deck myself on Persian Minature. It's called Qajar Oracle. I will put a link to that one in the description box as well. I was inspired by this deck, by Kazanlar Tarot, to create my deck. So this deck is incredible. Dr. Kazanlar was Persian. His mother was Hungarian and his father was Iranian Kurdish. He was born in Tehran, capital of Iran, and he went to the Art University of Tehran and he studied Persian miniature under one of the greatest masters, miniature masters of our time, Hossein Behzad. And creating this deck took, I think, 10 years. It's incredible. A lot of people have the out-of-print version of this deck, which has golden borders. That version is also really cool. That one was published by MGM Urania in the 80s when this deck was first released. But you can buy this deck nowadays from KazanlarTarot.com. It is 150 euros though, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Spirit Animal Oracle by Frederick Calandini. And this one was also published by Beyond Words a few years ago, and they sent this one to me as a gift, which I am very happy with. These are the bags. I've edged it myself. Snake. Look at this. And the keyword is healing. Salmon. Adventure. Bee. Work. Swan. Acceptance. Really interesting keywords. Community for ant. Time for turtle. Harmony for whale. I really like the keywords that they have chosen for these animals, like fox, subtlety, frog, cleansing, eagle, higher vision. So this is very dark, as you see, dark colored. It's not a dark deck, but it's very dark in color. I like the the way it's like you are connecting energetically, vibrationally to these animals. The guidebook is really good. Again, a fall deck for me because of its art. And here, this is the guidebook. So you get one full page per card, and it's written well. It's interesting. It pairs very well with so many different decks. Guardian of the Night by MJ Cullinan. Oh, I like this one so much, guys. I have the Hay House version of this deck because it was first released indie, but as you see, this is a mass market version. I really like her wording, her writings. She explains what's happening in each card, which is always appreciated. These are the backs, and look at my edging. Oh, this one is in order. High Priestess is a bat. The Magician is a badger, and the Empress is a fox. And just look how gorgeous this deck is. It all happens in the night, because the deck is called the Guardian of the Night Tarot. I love this cardstock. Some of the decks from Hay House are really nice. I like the size, the matteness of it. This is a fall deck for me, for sure. I've done many readings with it. Look at this. It's just so good. It's a powerful deck, and it is very intuitive, by the way. This deck will surprise you. I mean, if you are okay with using animal tarot for readings, this deck will surprise you. King of Pentacles. Here you have the Suit of Swords and the Cups. I am so happy that this deck is mass market. I don't know why MJ Cullinan's other decks are not coming out mass market. I'm really waiting on them. Guys, do you know? Please let me know if they're coming out, like that Raven one and the Ghostly one, the Spirit one. Are they going to be released mass market? Please let me know. So this one is Shamanic Healing Oracle Cards by Michele A. Motzaz, published by Schiffer a few years ago. When this one released, it became very popular. One of the reasons is that it pairs very well with many different types of decks. And I've paired this one with the Kazanlar Tarot, by the way, and they look really nice together. Also, I've paired it with my own deck with Qajar Oracle. It also looks really good. It pairs better with my deck than with Kazanlar. I seriously think the best pair for the Kazanlar Tarot is my Qajar Oracle. Because I have paired many decks with Kazanlar. Anyways, let's talk about this one. So this is glossy, primitive type of art style with keywords that are explained in the guidebook. I mean, you can use them just on their own, like here you have duality and here you have discernment. So you can just use them like that without looking them up in the guidebook. But I advise you, I recommend the guidebook. I advise you to check the guidebook for each card, because it just gives you so much more, and you get what is happening in the cards. Although they are very intuitive, like many people experience them as intuitive, including myself, I can understand if some people do not experience these images that much intuitive, like that you can do intuitive readings with them. I can imagine that, but for many people this is a intuitive deck. Anyways, it's just really cool. It looks good. It's black, it's dark, it's glossy. It has these golden gildings on the cards. And the guidebook is really good. Here, let me show you the guidebook. So you have one page per card, like here, duality is explained. Black and white, good and evil, yes and no, up and down, and want, don't want. These are all examples of dualistic thinking. What if you banned these labels from your thoughts for a day? What would happen? Would the world end? Doubtful. Would some person get away with something? No. Would you attach less emotion to a bad situation or drama? Possibly. If that happened and there was less attachment to a situation, you could keep your vibrations higher, which would enable to deal more successfully with any situation that comes your way. And there's more. So it makes the cards a lot more meaningful. And the last deck, and this is actually the 26th deck. I said 25 decks at the beginning of the video, but there are 26 decks. This one, The World of Visions Tarot by Taroteca Studio 2021. Graphic artist is Lukas Simkiewicz, and I have the standard version, silk laminated matte paper, black edges, it says. So let's take a look at this stunning tarot. This is an indie deck. Taroteca Studio is located in East Europe. I'm not sure exactly where. So these are the backs, and it comes edged in black. This is another dark color deck. Again, the vibe is not dark. It's also not that light and breezy. The frames are black, the edging is black. The whole, I don't know, color theme is dark. Like you do get some lighter colors, but in its totality, it is dark colored. I really like this Ace of Wands actually. And I really like the tactile experience of this deck. It's so velvety, it's like suede strength. This is a classic RWS clone. And very underrated because it is a very powerful reader. You do get different ethnicities for different suits. Like you have Japanese people for the suit of sword, which makes so much sense. The choices are amazing. You get European people for the, you get Scandinavian people, sorry, for the suit of wands, and brunette people for the suit of cups, as you see, like Middle Eastern, I think. Here, this guy is Japanese. It is hard to shuffle the Fool. I still really like it. This is one of those decks that if you have it in your hands is a completely different experience than seeing it in the camera, because I did receive it as a gift. I would never buy this deck on my own, like watching it on YouTube and thinking, oh, I need this deck, or this is the most beautiful deck I've seen. No, but I'm so glad that I have it because it's so good. And I really like the depictions a lot better when I do readings with it aesthetically. Do you have the same thing? Like some decks are very enjoyable aesthetically when you do readings with them, but if you just look at them like this, if you just go through the deck and look at them, they're not that special. Look at the Justice card. So this is one of those decks. I like it because it reads very well. I have not read with it for a long time though, but I'm definitely going to keep it. So guys, this was my video. I hope you enjoyed. Check my other videos for the same series for the fall decks. They will be all linked in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Comment what you think of the decks I showed. Which dark decks do you have that you usually use for the fall season or the darker days? The series is not done yet. There is one more video, and I hope to see you in the next one.